Welcome, one and all. Greetings, young earthlings. The South Node is in Aquarius still. So, those of you who forgot channeling is the law of the land, really, they say it's love. It's really channeling because you have to channel love nowadays. But that's about to shift. Ladies and gentlemen, Mercury is in Leo. And Mercury will really be in Leo maybe tomorrow. But let me just be real. I think some of y'all have an idea of what this Mercury and Leo transit is going to entail. You really don't. You really don't. I already saw a little bit of this leak out. Yeah, it would make sense that this kicks off July 4th. There's going to be so much drama that just literally sparks. Okay. Speaking from the heart, some of you Leos, this is going to be natural, but trust me when I say, like, Leo and Libra know they can't go anywhere without drama. And I'm a Gemini. I'm gonna be real. Venus is in Gemini as we speak. When Venus is in Gemini, she instigates all the beefs. All the beefs. Okay? Like, let me just break down the Gemini Leo relationship. Like, Gemini and Leo, our relationship is legit, not only because we have like profound conversations, but we are hashtag petty gang, petty squad. Like, we will go into any area, instigate beef, and then just have the popcorn. Just like, Leo, can you believe they said that? Leo will be like, wow, this is all just BS, but this is why I'm here though. Like, I'm telling you, and it's important for you to really understand this because at some serious length, my friends, serious length, they're going to be sextiling because very powerfully. First of all, I'm using my mic, so at some point, predictably, during the broadcast, I think what might happen is that this could sparkle up again. This kind of happens frequently. So if the microphone does that, let me know. I'll restart it or I'll go back to my webcam mic. But I'll be watching in the chat. Like, the moment you start to hear it crackle or whatever, just let me know. Anyway, though, petty squad, petty gang, it's for real. It's for real. It's for super real. Okay. And Leo and Gemini are about to uncover the truth in very unorthodox ways. It's going to be quite damn near ludicrous. God forbid, we infiltrate your spot. It's going to be like revealed to the public instantly. And I'm going to show you when we go into the Peace Mobile. Mercury is going to be traveling with Venus like the whole transit. And they're going to be dancing in a sextile together. And they're just going to be feeding off each other. Just go back to high school. And you literally see like two girlfriends just literally instigating beef and having so much fun. Like, everyone else is really uncomfortable with drama. Leo and Gemini can be comfortable with drama. Dumb, but like Leo will be like, yes, this sounds just like my environment. Gemini will just be like, oh yes, chaos. All right, let's thrive in this. We're peacemakers though, right? Libra is evil. I'm gonna just have to expose Libra because Libra is the one that brings the peace, but you don't even know they're the reason the chaos happened in the first place. You just see them as an angel. It's super gangster, so I can't hate on it, but let me just let you know, this is how the chaos lords go. So first of all, I have to tell you, Mercury and Leo is you speaking your heart. You're going to come from your heart. And this isn't really a good thing because when people come from their heart, sometimes they say things that are unfiltered and super raw. So this is where the drama is going to spark. People aren't only going to be speaking their truths, they're also going to be speaking their hearts. Okay, let's go back to the presidential elections. If you want a little sneak peek of that, like, a lot of people are going to be super honest, which is good. If you want to think about Leo, you have to think about courage. I just said that people speaking their hearts is not really a good thing. And then I also said that it's a good thing. This is where we're going to have the duality of the Gemini energy. But I mean, seriously, whether it's good or bad really depends on what side you fall on. And some people ask me a lot of times, like, oh, is this transit good? Is this transit bad? Is this going to be good? You don't want to think like that moving forward or ever, because whether something is good or bad solely depends on you. A transit, you know what I'm saying? An astrology chart, anything outside of you is not going to really determine what's good or bad for you. It's you. It's literally you. You are that like powerful or something to be able to determine whether something's good or bad for you, even if other people say it's good or bad. You really like ultimately are going to have the feeling to register if it's good or bad. But I will say, you know what I'm saying? Um, Uranus is in Aries and Saturn is in Sagittarius. So people are going to seriously be speaking from the heart. Some of you in these buku situationships where you're not at all being treated fairly, since now, people get with each other and they become friends with benefits, but then they can't talk to other people, but they're not committed. Like, it's 2017. It's 2017. So people are going to be speaking from the heart and being 100% real. If you're awakening love in people without actually, you know, being in love with them, good luck. All right. I'm going to be 100% real. This week, my curve game evolved. Capricorn, I'm talking to you. I don't know, Capricorn moons, Capricorn risings, Capricorns. I don't know what happened to us. Our curve game rose. Like there was a problem with this because our curve game plateaued. Like we couldn't reach a certain level, past a certain level, and mad Capricorns got mad salty because it's like, damn, I'm lacking imagination in the way I curve. Curving is just now a chore. Curving isn't as like fun as it used to be. You remember in the days of my youth when I would come up with new ways to curve. Now it's scary. Now it's like it's hard for me to curve someone because it's like they're making it super hard to curve. And now you have to think up of ways to curve them. But no, our curve game evolved. I couldn't believe it. It happened in the moment. And it was just like, no, I didn't know I was this good at curving. And this just let me move forward with the curvature so that I can be fearless. Okay. All right, Capricorn. I had to break that down for you because you know what I'm saying? Like some of you have lost your curving fervor and passion. And for those of you in the live chat who want to know what curving means, you've probably been curved numerous times. If you don't know what it is, you've probably been curved like a lot of times. So a curve is when you try and hang out with someone, you know what I'm saying? And they can chill, but they just give you some excuse as to why, A curve is like when you make it super easy for somebody to get to know them. And they're like, oh, I have to look at my feet today. I have curve, like, hey, we could chill, psych. You just get curved. Like put this in your vernacular because this is a generational influence. Back in the day, okay, your great grandparents didn't have social media. Do you want to know why your grandparents are jealous of you? Your grandparents wish they can curve the people they curved? Shoot, your grandpa or grandma probably wouldn't even got married because your grandma would have curved your grandpa ages ago. But we have social media now where it's so easy to curve and then still go on Snapchat and show that we weren't doing what we were doing. Like, it's amazing, okay? And this is important because Mercury's in Leo now, so you're gonna have to curve people with heart. All right. When you speak from the heart, you can't just curve people, you know what I'm saying, without any pizzazz and flair. All right. And for those of you who don't curve, I commend you. All right. Virgo, curve away. Virgo, I saw you wishy-washy. Virgo, you're way too kind. You're way too kind. You make it sound like you're guilty if you curve, because you're like Cancer. I see how people drag Cancer. Cancer be wanting to curve. Cancer will just like take your engagement like, yes, let's do it. Yeah, let's do it. Damn. Because Cancer will be jealous of Capricorn, like, I wish I can curve as strong as you, but I just don't have the courage. I'm telling you, my friends, listen, because I told you from before, let's kind of like move a little forward. I told y'all before, like, you have to let people suffer. Some people are going to try and play the whole, oh, this is wrong with me. You know, I really need you. I need your help. And some of you literally just got to be like, good luck, light and love. Light and love. You know how some spiritualists do when they don't want to give you real help? They're like, I'll send you positive energy. Yeah, brother. Yeah, sister. Thank you, Carrie Sanders. Stay tuned after I draw the cards. I got you. I'm going to draw a Wisdom of the House of Night. And then I'm going to draw 12 of these. So for those of you who donate as a token of my gratitude, I will pull from this oracle card deck. But yes, my friends, you better give these people your love and light and let them suffer. I'm not saying let them cope. All right. Some of these people are genuinely good people. So don't start putting the good or bad into this. Don't start being like, oh, this person deserved it. Some people, they're just down on their luck. Let them suffer. Because some people like to dump their karma on you, and then you drain it, and then it's like, wow, I'm going through it too. Or, you know what I'm saying? You can be tempted to help them, but I'm just trying to let you know, when you let them suffer and you don't enable them, they now come with their own mechanism to heal themselves. And what some people do, mothers are very guilty of this. You're probably doing this to your child right now. Every time you give your child the ability to cushion his blow or to like literally heal that person, you don't let them heal themselves. And so you're robbing them of the ability to heal themselves. Because the reason why the universe keeps putting them back in that situation is because you're going to go through your dark night of soul and heal. But if you're always coming to your friend's rescue, if you're always coming to that, I have some suggestions. Okay, I have a very important suggestion, because this committee that I'm about to talk about has been, over time, the Virgos are like, ew, he's picking those. Sorry, the people over time, you know what I'm saying, have really talked down this committee, even though we do nothing but truth. What's up, Leo? And you're going to need to join this committee if you care too much. If you allow yourself to just give of yourself. Okay, I offer a 2-week. You know, you could just have to do 2 weeks, okay? A 2-week entrance and joining of our group. You need to join Petty Gang. You need to join hashtag Petty Squad Petty Gang, okay? Hashtag Petty Squad, hashtag Petty Gang, okay? You really need to join it. You really need to come to the petty side. And it's not that you have to forsake your morals. You'll know who to be petty to. Some of you, listen, because if you're going to let these people light and love your way out of this, they're going to make you think that Mercury and Leo and Venus and Gemini, speaking your truth and opening your heart. No. This is like Star Wars and talking shit in a sandwich. Like, people are going to be sick with the quips. You will have shade thrown at you from all directions. And if you're not with it, you won't even know. You wouldn't even know you got sized up, curved in like 2 moments before you even know what the hell was going on. You gotta, and guess what? Even if you're not petty, you can still join Petty Gang. You are gonna have to do a little bit of petty stuff, like instigate beef and like just get on people's business. But it is what it is. This is for equality. Petty Gang stands for equality. It doesn't matter what creed you are, doesn't matter what color you are, doesn't matter what sexual orientation you are. You can be petty today. Hashtag Petty Gang, hashtag Petty Squad, Leo and Gemini, y'all know what's up. Okay, I have to talk about this. Some of y'all are like, is he being serious? Yo, I'm very serious, my friends. Like, Mercury is going into Leo. You have to think, listen, if you want to understand this energy, and I'm so serious, you don't really reach maturity until you get to Virgo. Once you go to Virgo Libra, that's when you're like the adult stage. You need to watch 3 episodes of Kids Say the Darndest Things. Okay? And Whose Line Is It Anyway? That's your homework for today. All right. I wing my whole life. So my improv skills are top notch. As you can see, I don't even prepare stuff when I do these videos. I just channel. Okay. So you're going to have to really be in the moment, in tune with yourself, and really express yourself. This is why you had to do the hard work of knowing who you are, knowing your value, knowing how to express it. Because now you're just going to be in social situations like, hey, your shirt is ugly. Hey, I like your glasses. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, the reason why you have to be petty is you don't have to just be petty to random people, okay? But some of you are very psychic. So you're going to hear people telepathically talking crap in their head to you. Yes, I'm taking it there, okay? So for those of you who think I'm very like schizophrenic or psychotic, I'm subruled by Uranus, so you're not all the way wrong, but these are real intersocial psychic dynamics. All right. And sometimes you have a Mars in the 12th or a moon in the 8th. So someone is psychoanalyzing you in their head. You think your soul doesn't feel that? Astrology 101. Your sun is everything you're aware of. Okay. Your moon is an energy. Your soul is an energy that doesn't need physical eyes, so it can feel into what other people are feeling. That's why you walk in and some people you just don't like. But of course, because they're projecting negative energy at you, and you may not be aware of it with your sun, but your moon's going to pick up on it. All right. Scorpio moons, Capricorn moons, Pisces moons, Cancer's moons, in an instant, like they'll pick it up. All right. Like in your face, someone can smile to you, right? Maybe they have a Libra sun or moon and like they're smiling to you, but then they're like, oh my God. Look, this is how Libra do it. All right. Libra walk up to you and be like, oh my God. And in their head, they'll be like, oh, this poor kid has no sense of style. This shirt doesn't even match. And then maybe you have a moon in Aries or a moon in Cap and you're tight. Like, why do I feel like smacking this person? Yo, I swear, dynamics like this happen every day. Okay. And when you feel that, you have to bring that pettiness outside. It's so ridiculous that people, dude, a KKK member and a Black Panther member can meet in a table and speak from the heart and speak their truth, and they just yell insults and they're going to connect. After that, they'll have a beer and they'll be like, you know what? I still hate you, but I like you. I was able to share myself with you, and we did nothing but just hate each other. It's weird energy, weird times, seriously, because what's happening? They're not hiding how they feel. They're being honest. So even though they're saying really messed up stuff to each other, and even though when it counts, they're probably still going to like kill each other one day, maybe not, because they connected at the heart. And that comes from speaking your truth. You're going to have some people. Thank you so much so far. Apollo deity. To Mike and everyone here in the chat are now blessed with pure love from the petty royal representatives of goddess and literal God, goddess, and literal love and light. Apollo is a Leo with a Pisces moon. He be blessing everyone, and people will actually feel it when he blesses. Pisces moon, legit. All right, my bad for not saying that right. And Catherine Banks, y'all are amazing. Thank you. The numerology on point. And yeah, my friends, like, I'm really not trying to BS you. Like, it's really, really real. You know, Taurus has been petty. Like, you don't have to teach. Taurus is like the connoisseur of petty. I have a Taurus rising, Venus Taurus, so no one had to teach me how to be petty. Like, we're just, but the only thing is Taurus is bougie. Like, Taurus is king of, Taurus is cool. Like, they'll support team petty gang, but they don't want to be associated with petty gang. They'll be like, you're petty gang? Oh, bunch of losers. You know what I'm saying? But they know how to be petty too. So then I guess they're cool. Now, I'm going to be real. All right. I'm going to go into the Peace Mobile and talk. Mercury is square Uranus right now. This is huge. This is why I'm spouting out the mouth, very eccentric, out the box ideals, because the way this Aries Cancer square works is you're having a radical understanding of who you are, and the Cancer Mercury is how do you really talk about that? Not what you tell to the world. How do you really talk about who you really feel you are? And this is really like in huge effect, like zapping your mind and forcing you to accept certain things that you may not have wanted to believe, because it just shifts things to such a quantum level. Yeah. So this is amazing because this is your opportunity to shift how you understand very, very, very deep psychological and psychic concepts. A lot of what you've been seeing synchronicities and having signs of are going to shift in a way to where it's a lot more noticeable, and the lower and higher dimensions merge in a way to shift your conscious frame of mind. But enough about all that. It's about to get deep. It's about to get real. We don't have much time to train, so there's going to be a lot of craziness. Johanna, productive shade. Thank you. Johanna gets it. You're going to have to, you know what I'm saying? This is why Taurus and Cancer piss me off sometimes, but they throw productive shade. Once you go past Virgo, they've forsaken themselves because they're so full of themselves. So they'll just throw buku shade. And Gemini will throw buku shade, but we don't know what we're talking. It's like a kid throwing shade. You just have to laugh at it and be like, oh, you're dumb. You know what I'm saying? But the rest, no, buku shade. Like they have the right. I at least, Pisces, all right, Taurus and Cancer, I at least respect because they will throw productive shade at you. Okay, they will shade you. They will shade you. Okay, you could be their mother and they will still shade you. It is what it is. They're that real. But the shade that they throw will make you a better person. Okay, they're not like Scorpio or Cap that will just break you down. You know what I'm saying? Cap will take their time breaking you down. Scorpio will just break you down. Scorpio will wait until you're vulnerable, and then they will just throw the shade of all shades, and then you'll really feel like killing yourself. Like just Pisces is evil because Pisces will shade you, but you love them. So you'll laugh while they're shade. You'll laugh in the shade. All right. You'll laugh in the shade. Libra is just as bad. Libra is even more evil because you'll want them to shade you more. You'll pay them. Some of you pay these psychologists to throw shade. Libra literally gets paid to throw shade. And I'm so jealous. So I'm not going to uplift that. You think I want to get paid for throwing shade, but they're like, oh, kids say the darnest things. No. And then Aquarius too. Like Aquarius wouldn't even throw shade at you. Aquarius will take you seriously until you disagree with them and then they're wrong. And it's just like, oh, this person just doesn't know the truth yet. And then it's, you know what I'm saying? It is what it is. So Cancer and Taurus, your productive shade, it's hurt a lot of our egos, but you know, you're gonna need this the most moving into Mercury and Leo because y'all be trying to hide your productive shade. Y'all see how they do Charlemagne. You know what I'm saying? I think Charlemagne threw very productive shade, okay, for it's hilarious. Oh man, troll game on fleek. Anyway, Charlemagne threw very productive shade, you know what I'm saying, to Chanel West Coast. It was very productive. He wasn't really trying to gun for her throat. It was just productive shade. He was just being honest. And, you know, Aries and Gemini are under fire, okay? Truth and passion, the passion of identity, the rawness and truth. They're under fire. You know what I'm saying? Like, we're the ones that are in trouble for not being politically correct when you think about that energy, okay? And you know who else is really under fire? Taurus and Cancer. They're next to those two because Taurus and Cancer, it's like the opposite. It's like Aries and Gemini will say what's politically incorrect, but Taurus and Cancer, by what they don't support, will also show that they can not be politically correct sometimes because Taurus and Cancer will diss you by not doing some things, even though Aries and Gemini will diss you by doing or saying some things. And you know, it's difficult for Aries and Gemini to keep it real, but a Mercury and Leo transit, we're gonna have the courage. You know what I'm saying? And Taurus and Cancer, though, it's hard. It's hard for y'all to keep it real. But y'all are some gangsters because you don't complain about this to anyone. You just like it's hard for Taurus and Cancer because Taurus will not fold. Taurus will not fold. Taurus will keep it real, even if they know it's going to compromise what they do. That's why they make sure they get their own platform so that no one can tell them what to produce. And in Cancer, it's really hard. Charmander! You called Charlemagne Charmander. That's the greatest ever. And then Cancer, like, I'm not gonna lie, Cancer be trying to fake it. Okay, Cancer tries their hardest to fake it, but they can't. They're so real. Like, they can't change their facial expresses. And listen, if I was Cancer, I would fake it as much as I can, because Cancer, when you want to know how someone really feels, Cancer is going to know how hard it's going to be, and then they don't want to get caught up in the mess. Like, they see Libra get away with it and be diplomatic, and they're like, yo, so you know what I'm saying? Like, it's really, 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 really hard for Cancer to, like, you know, do it, because I'm not saying, and despite that, they're still very real, is what I'm trying to say. So I'm not trying to say they're fact, but yeah. So who's next? You know what I'm saying? Leo and Libra. And like I've said, we are entering into the divine RPG. So for those of you who aren't familiar with the divine RPG imprint that Aquarius is installing with the South Node transit through Leo, the divine RPG is going to come in 3 installments. So divine RPG begins when Saturn goes into Capricorn. All right. But the recruiting begins Jupiter in Scorpio in October. Capricorn, Sagittarius, Scorpio, I'm talking to you. And not only does that recruiting begin, but at a large detail, it's really speaking of the first installment, Aries, Taurus, Gemini, and Cancer being utilized so that they can build, defend, and or ascend with certain factions. Y'all don't have any time left. Y'all have Capricorn, you have no time. All right, Sag and Scorpio, you have barely any time. Like, October is literally right around the corner. And Divine RPG 2 isn't going to start until Saturn and Pisces. So we have, there's time for that. Divine RPG 2 is when Leo is actually going to join the fray. No, I'm wrong. That's Divine RPG 3. Divine RPG 2 is going to kick in when Jupiter gets into Sagittarius. Divine RPG 2 is when Leo joins it. And then Divine RPG 3, which I haven't spoken on at all, is when you get to be all the signs. So Libra and Virgo are going to be in the game. You could be Cap. You know what I'm saying? We all have avatars. That's going to be like the MMORPG of like the MMORPGs that have ever been played in the galactic scale. But right now, it's Divine RPG 1. It's like the beta test. And, Libra, Virgo is not in the game. They're like the mods, the moderators, you know what I'm saying? The angels who like make sure the rules are like, okay. Virgo don't want to even play anyway. Virgo thinks we're noobs. You know how Virgo, if you're not on Virgo's level, they don't even want to play with you unless they're around other people so that they can like whoop your ass and show how much better they are than you. But it is what it is. You know what I'm saying? Like, we have the first 4 zodiac signs that are able to be recruited, and you really have until Jupiter goes into Scorpio for the recruitment to start. So this August chapter that we're entering is going to bring, it's literally showtime. This is where Capricorn, Scorpio, and Sagittarius are going to now, you know how they do press releases to release games? This is when it's literally showtime. Like, you guys are going to go on the red carpet and be like, this is who I am. This is the game we're about to launch in November. You know what I'm saying? And this is where, Leo, you really have no right. Now, Leo, you can do whatever you want, okay? Like, Leo really shifted some stuff, because Leo was supposed to be in Divine RPG 1. And Leo was supposed to be like the secret weapon, the neutrino blaster. Like the one that you use when it's like, but then they wanted to be all bougie. Like, oh, well, the North Node's in our sign, so we don't have time to play our little game, Aquarius. We don't have time to play our little game. We're going to build our kingdom. Understandable, you know what I'm saying? But they still want to cut from the check because we use a picture of their video in them. Like, I swear, Leo, I swear, it is what it is. Fucking diva. It's all good, because guess what? They're not going to be in a game, but they demanded that they show up to the red carpet affair. Like, oh, I'm just gonna show up, say hi to my bitches, and walk away. Swear. Like they're just gonna show up and they're gonna get all the like attention because they demanded to host the event. So you know what that means. They're just gonna sing a bunch of their songs and not even talk about the event. You know what I'm saying? And then they're gonna leave. They're not even gonna be in the game. They're not even gonna clean up. Only Leo, my friends. If it wasn't that, Gemini and Leo are going to instigate everything, if it wasn't, I was going to have so much fun with them, I would throw even more shade. Okay, but they got it like that. They really got it like that. And this is from Leo season, Virgo season, and Libra season. Your opportunity to recruit these people for real. Sagittarius is out here working. Like they're recruiting people by opening their minds to higher realities and dimensions. People who've been rigid in thought for so many years, they're converting people like flies. And then Scorpio is shadowing from the side so that after Sag talks to him, Scorpio would just be like, yes, Sag did the work for me. And it'd be like, oh, don't listen to Sagittarius. This is the real occult facts. Sagittarius don't even know I'm in their 12th house. It's hidden. And in Capricorn, will have their own Ivy League. Capricorn recruits you. It's Ivy League swag. You know what I'm saying? Like you have to be a certain standard to defend a kingdom. The industry. So regardless, Divine RPG 1 is Scorpio infiltrating the industry. Scorpio's the revolutionaries, and Sagittarius are the Ascension Squad. And the way this works is if Scorpio infiltrates Capricorn and takes capture the flag style, but takes over their kingdom, then Scorpio wins. If Capricorn defends the kingdom until if Capricorn defends the kingdom for 2.5 years and Saturn gets to Aquarius and Capricorn defends it, Capricorn wins. And then if Sagittarius ascends before either of them do what they have to do, Sag wins. So Capricorn has to defend against Scorpio, but also suppress Sag from ascending. And Scorpio has to invade, but they're making certain treaties. Despite this, Sagittarius and Scorpio are making certain treaties together to band together to where they can still work things out because they're really weird like that. And they can make the impossible possible. So keep that in mind. It's very imperative. I talked about this Divine RPG before we get more into this broadcast. And the moon is 29 degrees Scorpio right now, as Venus is literally in Gemini, as I will talk about very much so. Okay. As we enter the Peacemobile. So if you're getting recruited, get ready because this is rush season. Some of you Aries are just going to get completely mind effed. And people are going to say whatever to recruit you on their team. Gemini, you already know the game. So make sure you get what you want from it. I'm just be real. You're better off waiting until Divine RPG 3. Okay. Leo ain't worth it. 3. Wait till all of them are in it. All right, I'm just playing. Leo's worth it actually because 2 is pretty lit. But 3, I would really wait for 3, the charm. So you don't really take recruitments seriously. Taurus, you're gonna have no choice. Like they're gonna tempt you with food. Like as soon as you say no, Capricorn is just gonna be like, but I have these rare croissants, and you're just gonna be like, damn it, how dare she? How dare she? How dare she? And you won't even offer any resistance. Cancer, I dare stay the same with you. Scorpio is just going to pull you. Scorpio's just going to be like, but we can have sex. And then you're just going to be like, no, you didn't. All right. So they're going to get Cancer with sex. They're going to get Taurus with food. They're going to get Taurus with sex as well. And they're going to get Cancer with food. So, anyway, good question, Wingstar. Will Divine RPG be on Nintendo or PlayStation? The hardware that's going to play this game is this dimension. All right. The 5th dimension. This actual universe is the hardware, and the software developers that really program this has much to do with the DNA encoding that we channeled through, but that was really vague. Anyway, my friends, If you haven't registered for the webinar yet, I strongly recommend you do so. 4 webinars in one. We're going to talk about Demeter. We're going to talk about Ceres is Demeter. We're going to talk about Chiron. We're going to talk about Juno. We're going to talk about Lilith. So it's very important. A lot of people don't really incorporate Juno at all into astrology. Juno right now is in Capricorn, and it's right on Pluto. And Juno on Pluto and Capricorn is literally, people around the world are reevaluating how they feel about marriage. People around, like, this is revolutionary. It's squaring Uranus and Aries. So how you commit to someone, how you actually decide you're going to commit in a romantic relationship sense with someone is transforming forever. Has a lot to do with the new traditions that are occurring. And if you don't know where Juno is in your chart, it's probably why you may not also know the state of your relationships. Because a lot of you think you want love. That's Venus. Venus is going to let you know how to incorporate romantic love into any connection that you have. But you know what I'm saying? Venus doesn't really like to deal as much with the contractual, committed parts of relationships. Venus is trying to get you that feel that pizzazz. You know what I'm saying? Feel the value in relationships. Juno is going to let you know how this could occur. Like if you have Juno opposite Saturn or Venus opposite Juno, you might be able to get relationships you love, but then marrying that person or being in a commitment with that person is going to have a lot to do to either oppose that or get in the way with that. All right. So one thing that's important about Juno is she's a goddess. She is a feminine aspect of astrology that she's associated with Libra in the 7th house because she teaches you that marriage and commitment is sacred. Okay, it's like if somebody uses biology to manipulate the masses, or if someone uses a screwdriver to kill people, or if someone uses a screwdriver in a crappy way, it's not really the screwdriver's fault. It's the person who used it. If people, um, you know what I'm saying, like, have not really shown you, like, what I'm trying to say, demonology aside, is that not a lot of people have really experienced the good parts of marriage. You're seeing marriage fail and you're seeing high divorce rates and you're blaming marriage. You're blaming the symptom on the actual act. And because certain facets of this socially are created, you think that it's not. Some people still believe in it because they get it. How do you pass on and build on the family? You know what I'm saying? But a lot of people are not believing in marriage anymore because there's certain elements that are not necessarily incorporated the way they should. And here's a great way of putting it, okay? Like Brienne said, marriage is a social construct. That's not true. That's actually not true. Marriage is very much so divine. And what is made a social construct is the way that it's kind of been distorted. You know what I'm saying? Like if you drive a car, but you take it to a mechanic and the mechanic doesn't put oil in the car, all right, you're going to start thinking that the car is whack, but it's the way the mechanic, you know what I'm saying, didn't maintain the car. Marriage is distorted. Marriage is used in a bad way, right? But that doesn't make marriage bad, if that makes sense. You have a lot of these spiritual principles that are diluted, that are distorted, that aren't necessarily done the way they're supposed to be. So you think that it's the actual medium that's wrong when it's the way people are using it. All right. If someone used a toothbrush to, you know, rub the floor, you would think that toothbrushes aren't effective as opposed to if you use it the right way. So love is really more so the free expression of how you feel with more direct planets, and Juno is going to help you know how you kind of commit to this. The reason why this is important is if you think of marriage between just like dogmatic in the religious way, that's not really the spirit of marriage. This is where these asteroids are trying to come back and like put you on game, because you're looking at how it's been screwed up and you think that's what it really is, and that's not. That's like poor representation. It's like it's like seeing Chinese or Japanese people the way they are in TV shows, and you think they all love anime and you think they all look a certain way, but then they come and they're totally different when you actually get to know them. If you're going to just believe in an Asian person is the way they are stereotypically denoted, that's not how they are until you actually see them, right? That's the same way as marriage. Marriage through like the Pluto generation since Leo has been heavily distorted because of religious regions that we're breaking free of, because of government corruption that we're breaking free of. So a lot of you are starting to connect with your twin souls, twin flames that are supposed to reestablish what marriage is supposed to be for you. And marriage is just the commitment part, right? A lot of Juno doesn't necessarily even just mean marriage as much as it means commitment. So the reason why you need to know where Juno is because you need to know how you could actually commit to anything. Juno will teach you how to commit to a relationship, to a project, to your dreams. Knowing where Juno is in your chart is going to show you how you can be committed. What are the conditions? If you have Juno and Gemini, for example, you're going to need a medium that stimulates your mind. You can commit to something that enlightens you in this lifetime, whether it's an organization that does nothing but spread truth. You're going to commit to that, even if you find yourself pretty fickle and not really commitment, you know, friendly or phobic. This is actually a trick to finding out how. And it's also, you know, very important to keep in mind where it aspects Juno in Capricorn right now, because like I said, with Pluto on this, a lot of people are very anti-establishment right now. A lot of people don't really believe in government structure or the way things are being done, reasonably so. Juno is here. A lot of people are losing faith in marriage. A lot of people are losing faith in connecting with people because it was so easy for us to say people suck, people are evil, not knowing you make up some of those people too. And just like you're saying that, other people are saying that. And it's okay to really realize that you are at a higher level than most people, but then that totally defeats the purpose. Some of you who are ascended masters who were here to show these people love. You don't see people in remedial classes throwing chalk at the students, even though you know because they're remedial, they're going to have to learn some things at a more slow pace. And you have to be compassionate with these same people throwing mad shade at you. All right. Unless you're a Leo or a Gemini and you're just going to be like, you know, facetiously throwing shade back because we don't play that. But it is what it is. You know what I'm saying? Like, this is why there's a difference between sharing unconditional love and being taken advantage of. A true master, all right, can show love to people who hate them, not because they're trying to get anything out of it. That's unconditional love. A lot of people don't understand unconditional love because you're trying to gain something back from it. So when you are sent in a relationship to teach that person unconditional love and you're not getting what you want and you close your heart, then you're not understanding the lesson that you were sent to teach that person, because you're not doing it so that you can get something from it. You're doing that with nothing in return. And a lot of you have been playing yourselves because you think you're unconditionally loving, or some of you don't believe in unconditional love. And that's the gateway for you to actually open up a lot of these treasures. And spirit is literally like putting you on blast and showing you how much you really are not about it, because some of you are there goes my mic. Some of you are expecting to actually gain something from it. And you're in these situations with expectations when you're at the final stage and you have to release attachment so your crown chakra can open. Okay, really keep that in mind. You placing expectations Oh, hold on. Oh yeah. Okay, keep that in mind. It's placing expectations. Yep. I'm talking about unconditional love, and I've gone through a disturbance. Let me know if the sound is back on track. Well, it looks like we're not going to have that. How long? We lasted 45 minutes this time. Is it like cracking? Yeah, it's cracking. That's ridiculous. Oh well. Well, now we should be good. Anyway, what I feel like is gonna happen is that, you know, as you're placed, now we should be good. As you're placed in these situations to love unconditionally, just really keep in mind that you have to really remember, like, you're not in control of what you can't control. So when a lot of you get frustrated, you're the vessel to love unconditionally. When things don't mold to the way you wanted it to, you think that what you're meant to be doing is how it's supposed to be. Some of you just literally, like, how do I say it? How did you get back? Some of you just literally, like, allow certain things to happen, and not only allow certain things to happen, but you kind of attach what's going on with what you expect to happen. Some of you, you're meant to have a romantic situation with someone, but you think they're meant to be in your life forever, and they're just meant to they're meant to prepare you for who you're really meant to be with, and then things don't go the way you want, and you're not thinking big picture. You know what I'm saying? You're not thinking big picture. You wanna not attach expectation, because when you're in a position to really, like, express just love, remember, this is really like a lesson for most of you, because it's not about getting what you want out of it. It's literally about loving. You can go you can go on your life, you know what I'm saying, and do good for yourself, but when you're holding space for that person, you show them respect and unconditional love, like a child. If they're acting like a child, that doesn't mean you let them take advantage of you, because if you let them take advantage of you, that's lying to them. You're not being honest with them, right? So keep that in mind. Regardless, in the webinar, we're not only going to talk about the importance of commitment, we're going to talk about, of course, Lilith and how to harness the dark side of sexuality. She can sometimes be the divine mistress. She can sometimes be a very evil, but it is what it is. And what you'll really gain from knowing the parts that tempt in the depths of your psyche have much to do at length with how powerfully you're able to identify when it conjuncts someone else's planets. Sometimes some people have to harness this for you. I bumped into a lady a while ago who had her Lilith on my sun, and I had to, like, run away, because if I stayed more, like, it would get too hot too quick, and there was that theme of temptation. I didn't really want to deal with that. Like, I would legit get, like, scared, like, oh crap. I would look left and right, like, oh crap, does anyone see me? Like, oh, I have to go. So it's legit. Like, Lilith kind of lets you know how you'll be able to harness these energies, whether you should run or not. You should never run, right? But regardless, it's important to know what house and sign they are in. And we will do the same for Chiron and Ceres. Chiron has much to do with the deep wounds in your heart, but being that it's a trans-Saturnian planet in between Saturn and Uranus, it also teaches you how to transmute that which is real and take it to the quantum level. Little known secret about Chiron: this is the same energy it uses to heal. So I'm going to talk about what it means to heal depending on the sign and house it's in, but also teach you how to transmute magic with Chiron in your chart. And Ceres will also teach you how to self-nurture. I have Ceres in Cancer, so I like to act like I'm not emotional, but I could be very nurturing to people who need it. I just want to show you that because I have my moon in Capricorn. Okay, so regardless, certain things that may open up quite profoundly with Jupiter in Libra and Uranus in Aries. There's going to be a very huge awakening of how you express yourself and how you bring that courage of who you are and add a whistle to it. I was talking a whole lot of crap about Leo earlier, but you just have to be, you have to give them their credit that they have the courage to express how they really feel and to do it and look sexy at the same time and give you style and pizzazz and some tenacity. So really allow the first few days of this transit to open up your heart quite profoundly. As I said, Gemini is going to join. Make sure that you order the webinar. We're going to do this tomorrow at, I believe, 8. And yeah, get ready for some amazing knowledge. And we'll also talk at length quite greatly about a little bit about the compatibility, but it's really going to go in a lot deeper into why it's important, certain secrets about what you can gain from it. And yeah. So let's hop into the Peacemobile, because it's one thing to talk a lot about the sextile, but you gotta see this. As you can see, I have tabs on tabs on tabs, as usual. And Venus is 0 degrees. So if you've seen my Venus and Gemini video, then you know that it's going down. It's going down a whole lot. Not only is it going down, it's also very prominently potent, and you're going to really uncover very profound truths that your heart has been building. So this square that we have right now is going to very potently and powerfully, right here, break open a new conscious method for tapping into who you really are. Because the very important thing about this, as you'll see, is that, you know, these all meet at 28 degrees, and 28 degrees is a manifestation degree. The 10 element manifests the potency of this energy. And this grand water trine is fine-tuning and sharpening your emotional awareness to open up profoundly to how real and how deep you can, at a soul level, an emotional level, psychologically express the depths of who you are. And the healing to the divine that we gain helps you really take this to a high level. This is a degree of mastery. So this happens right before, of course, Mercury enters Leo, and the magician starts playing games with your heart. And then not playing games against your heart, but with your heart, like you're in Disneyland. So remember, think, kids say the darndest things, and think as well, whose line is it anyway? Improv. So as Mercury moves into Leo, and you really start to gain slowly the passion of your own self-expression, First of all, we have this moon in Sag, which is going to be gnarly. And I love how the moon's going to be in Sagittarius when we start this fire. You're going to be really passionate. There's going to be a lot of excitement that bubbles up around here. But the pettiness, petty gang will still be in full effect, my friends. They're just going to be dancing together. Look at this. And what's cool is Mercury moves fast, but Venus is going to keep up. You're just going to have the puns and the quips that you need to just keep being petty on site. You know what I'm saying? Like on site, it's going to be amazing. Okay? The pettiness will not stop. If you thought it was going to stop, it's not going to stop. And it's just going to keep dancing. And while these planets keep dancing, and you start gaining at a greater level, even more powerful ability to add courage to what you express and say. Around this halfway point, right after, you know, the moon, Venus goes into 15 and the moon catches up, and the sun, the sun is on Mars and the moon is here. This is the point in the Mercury and Leo transit where you're starting to express a newer understanding of who you are with the charisma and boldness needed. This isn't going with the flow, but it's improvising in a way that stretches out how you be you. Keep this in mind because Mercury is going to rush into Virgo, and you're going to now start critically analyzing and reviewing what you naturally just expressed at a heart level. So you don't have to like plan any of it. You just really flow from the heart. Talking from the heart entails very powerfully that you don't have to rehearse it. You just really say what's on your mind, how you feel, and say it like you mean it. It's really that simple. So on the 25th, of course, we shift into Virgo. And this is going to be very profound 20 days of magical drama. Okay, very magical drama. Sometimes we attract drama in our life because there's a very important need to bring into light that which some people are hiding. At the end of the day, some people aren't as real as they're supposed to be, and the medium of drama allows you to bring up to the surface what's necessary in order for you to know quite profoundly what it is that needs to be known. Magical drama is magical because certain things are just going to come to light that you're now in a position to have to deal with on site, on the spot, or you'll either get like misrepresented, or you just won't sit right with you, and you're just going to have to clap all the way back. I'm gonna say that again. You're just gonna have to clap all the way back, my friends. And it is what it is. So thank you for joining me in this Mercury and Leo transit. I'm going to now draw cards for the 12 signs that will help you know what this is going to be like for you these 20 days. And I'm going to draw from the Wisdom of the Oracle deck. All right. The first card that we have for Aries is regeneration. Regeneration is talking about at length you being able to make up for anything in your life that has caused you to almost be less of yourself. Some of you had to take more damage emotionally than necessary so you can show yourself that you can recover from things way more potently than you ever imagined, okay? Taurus, for you, we have breathe. So make sure you're in every position to not only breathe, but also really be at peace and present with your moment so that you sync your actions. But you're already good with that. So practice diaphragmatic breathing too, to really harness more of your deeper energy. Gemini, We have the same card that I pulled last time. So Yang, you're going to manifest the yin of your energy. The yin has much to do with energy that you bring into form from your imagination. Yang is breathing life into that form. So a lot of your words are going to be even more powerful. Thank you very much, child of destiny. Much appreciated. So for Cancer, and just to reiterate Gemini, yeah, a lot of things are going to take physical forms and take life. It's going to be amazing. Okay, so Cancer, we have orphaned, and this is really dealing with feeling like an outsider. The orphan card is going to have you deal with not only loneliness but rejection issues, and you're going to see this mirrored very profoundly in certain people's eyes, and use that recognition to really be a source of connection with them. You're going to really help them through this period. All right, Leo, just like Aries, we have regeneration. So you're going to really help heal. Thank you, Eve Cardona. You're going to really heal very profoundly, very, how do I say this? You're going to heal very profoundly an amazing rate of, you know, certain life lessons that you've had. I don't even see this as physical regeneration as much as like you really making up for years worth of karma and learning through life lessons really quick. Like you're regenerating your karma or something like that. You're regenerating your karma with the North Node in your sign. So you're gonna live lifetimes in one, like many lifetimes in one. Virgo, just like Taurus, we have breathe. Virgo, it's way different for you because you're going to be so annoyed at how stupid people are. Really, really annoyed, and you're literally just have to breathe in, breathe out. All right, listen to "Breathe In, Breathe Out" by Kanye West featuring Ludacris, who's a Virgo. All right, you're gonna have to breathe to make it through some stuff. Because if you don't breathe, you're just gonna be so annoyed, you might faint because you're holding your breath at like how dumb people are. It makes you skip a beat. Okay, Libra, for you, we have blessed. Okay. That's self-explanatory. There's nothing for me to really detail. Going to be blessed, and being in your presence is blessed. Thank you, Yvonne. Being in your presence is blessed. Take and share that energy how you may. And okay, Scorpio, for you, we have higher power. So you, in a lot of ways, are this higher power, but you have the luxury of drawing upon it. Scorpio, Jupiter in your sign is going to really give you your trump card. The reason why you're going to give Capricorn a run for their money and why they have to defend so potently against you is because you have the exclusive skill of summoning jutsu. You can summon very powerful entities and higher powers to really make miracles for you. So don't think Scorpio is at the disadvantage in the cut. You know what I mean? Summon your higher powers and take them on their battles with you, on your battles with you, or have them help you do things, okay? And take it seriously. Don't think that it's just an imagined thing, because you're about to be more real to you. Sagittarius, we have exchanging gifts. So the gifts of life that you represent, you're going to be sharing time, energy, and space with someone else special and with other people. And the gifts you exchange aren't even really physical, but the knowledge that you share with other people and the techniques and skills that you're going to exchange. So you're gonna teach someone a skill, they're gonna teach you a technique or a skill. It's like you're trading exclusive jutsu or exclusive cards, you know what I mean? Like it's gonna be lit and legit. Capricorn, for you, we have, look, all the earth signs got breathe. So y'all feel like strangling someone. I think you guys feel like strangling someone. I think you guys feel very mad. You just gotta breathe, because You're not Capricorn. For you, you're going to want to control someone, and they're not going to do what you're trying to control them to do. Multiple people too, not just one person. Multiple people aren't going to really follow your vision that works the way it's supposed to work, and it's going to make you like, oh, and you just have to breathe, because you know what I'm saying. Like Gemini and Leo, you're not going to be able to control much of anything. All you're going to be able to do is just keep the rubric and just breathe through it. You know what I'm saying? The less you do, the more it's actually going to help you. And if you breathe instead of get hyper critical and worried, you'll be okay. Trust me. Aquarius, for you, we have orphaned too. This is a very sad card. Look, you can even see the face on this rock. So for you, Aquarius, this could be a very tough loss. This is something that's going to have you question how many people really care about the right issues, especially when it comes to certain things in your life. Nina, Aquarius and Cancer will connect. And I think both similarities are going to have those two come closer together, even if it's not, you know, critically like about just being orphaned in the literal sense. It's really talking about sharing certain sadness together, all right? And Pisces, we have come to the edge. Since you all want to be super magical, put your money where your rupees are, okay? Some of y'all want to do some high-level magic and then stunt, especially on the live chat. You'll do like a legit ritual that heals everyone, and it's like, put your money where your rupees are. Like, take it even further. Stop trying to be closet magi, Pisces. Take it to the edge, my friend, and actually, you know, show these people. You got Sagittarius, your 10th house. Like, show these people you really got it like that. Come to the edge, and what I'm trying to say is, like, take it to the next level. You're kind of holding back because you know that the proficiency of skills you have, you don't really have to try. You don't have competition. Well, you have to still take it farther than you've ever taken it, but not too much. All right, push people's minds. I mean, too. Don't go full delusional. Don't go full fish tart. Do not go full fish tart. Okay, never go full fish tart. You guys still do that? Don't go full fish tart. Just bring people to the edge and then see what happens. Okay, so thank you so much for joining me with the live chat like you do so well, okay? I'm going to now draw from the wisdom of the night for those of you who so kindly sent me some super chat dough. And first, thank you, Quantum Snowflake. First, we have Carrie Sanders. Starseed info, please. Love your insight on the stars. I want to know which constellation I'm from. Well, Carrie, you're a Sagittarius, so that's exclusive information. I don't think I could even tell you that. I'm just be 100% real, especially since you already know. But the card that I have for you is Vision, Aphrodite. Maybe it has something to do with her. Regardless, you might want to talk to Aphrodite, or you might want to envision this, but I think you already will receive or have received a vision about this. And if not, if it has nothing to do about the Starseed Nation, will definitely have much to do about certain themes surrounding this, okay? But as far as what starseed you're from, if you go off of what you've seen on the internet, there's more places and constellations that they haven't discovered. You're probably from one of those. You know what I'm saying? Not one of the more popular ones that everyone talks about. Like there's a whole lot. Rena, nice. Rosemary Feliciano, thank you for donating. The card that I have for you is Wishing. And I get a sense where it's like your wishing is done. So I feel like you don't want to get into the habit of wishing. I think if you can see this woman, she's kind of like had it. You know what I mean? Like she's probably tired of wishing. So know that the intentions you've made, they're already underway, and you can move forward knowing that you have potent wish power. You're a new generation, Cap. You got Neptune on your sun, so you straight. King Mitchell, words of light for a supreme lord. I got you. You so official. I have the high priestess of spirit. She got you. King Mitchell, you're really out here doing this. We have the number 7 card. You have a very amazing journey, and the high priestess of spirit wants to know that she's gathered all 4 elements for you, because you're very much so an avatar, and she's going to protect you, and she's going to open doors for you. So you're doing things that have never been done before, and you don't have to really look for any advice or guidance. You can move forward knowing that this high priestess is going to really give you the right opportunities. So keep that in mind. You're protected. You're straight. All right. In Laketch, we have for you individuality. So let Zoe inspire you to be who you are and to really share who you really are with people, because that's what people really need to know. Okay. Miss Kiki, the oracle card I have for you is the high priestess of earth, because you are so intellectually amazing. And what I meant to say is, because you're on higher levels than what people can think, and you can think in leaps and bounds, the high priestess of earth is going to help you ground a lot of what you think. So everything that you kind of think and say, the high priestess of earth is going to make real for you. It's going to take these higher minded concepts you have and make them more realistic. So work with her and call on her energy to really add to the beauty that you already incorporate to what you do. Catherine Banks, we have obedience. Make sure these people are respecting your authority. Thank you, Jennifer. Make sure people are respecting your authority. And I'm not sensing that you're the one that has to be obedient. I'm sensing you have to make sure people are taking your boundaries serious and are actually more than respecting them, okay? So you can do this by making sure you don't hold anyone biased, and that everyone, whether you like them or not, listens to what your rules are, okay? Aphrodite, for you, we also have the same thing and the same message, obedience. And it's even more so for you because you have the North Node on your sun. So the law you lay down with love, people have to obey. And for you, man, it's talking about you can't let people who you're cool with get by. I think you're enforcing it very well, Aphrodite, for who isn't following it. But for those who you love, but they're not following it, you have to enforce it so that it's unbiased and fair. That's why the blindfold is there. Margaret, we have movement. So this is saying that you have manifested a lot of energy. You've been biding time to gain energy and you have it, but to activate it, you have to move around and not just walk around your house, but you have to drive. Go drive and go on a joyride. And as you're moving, spread that energy all around your city, and you're going to see how a lot more of this actually manifests a lot for you, okay? Elizabeth Walker, we have strength. I like this card a whole lot. And it's talking about you're going to find yourself in a time where you really feel like you can't do anything else, where you really feel like you're not in a position to really, fight or really, what's up, Jay Lee? You're not really so much in a position to have any power to do anything. You have an even greater layer of strength that's going to awaken in you. So even when it feels like you can do no more, it's at that moment you're going to awaken even greater strength within yourself. Trust me, it's not going to feel like you have it, but you do and you will. And that's the whole point of it. You got this. Child of Destiny, the card that I have for you is message. So spirit, when it counts, is going to give you a very important message that you need. And when the message comes, you're going to know it's a message because it's going to be a straight sign of synchronicity. And trust me, you really got to trust what that message is, because it's going to catch you off guard. You're not going to want to believe it, but believe it, especially if you received it already. Jay Leaves, I'm rocking with the Canon EOS 7D. You know what it is, bruh. Jay Leaves is a professional photographer and videographer, so show him some love if you can. He was at VidCon earlier. Good friend. Went to Same high school, East Brunswick High. Eve Cardona. For you, we have the fledgling. Eve, you may be a fledgling, but what I sense is that you're going to, I think this, even if you have a child especially, but if not, you're about to get a fledgling. And the next stage of evolution for you is to really extend your mastery for the fledgling that you're going to come. This person's just going to come and be so fabulous, and they're going to be the perfect progenitor to the swag that you have to share this person. Okay, so really keep this up. This fledgling is gonna take your vision to places you never even imagined they can go, and really, bring out your energy. So yeah, you don't have kids, Eve, so this could be a friend, but someone young, someone younger than you. Straight fledgling, like teaching someone the real arts. If not, you could be the fledgling, but I just don't sense that with you. I think you're gonna be the teacher. So your phone. We have chaos, my friend. So chaos is very distinctly speaking of you having to deal with the drama city that Mercury and Leo brings, and you're gonna have to improv through this. All right, thank you, Bonnie R. You're gonna have to improv through this drama as best as you can, and don't get too caught up on the chaos in the moment, but adapt, adapt, adapt. Quantum snowflake, we have meditation, so the time you spend in meditation will not be for nothing at all. And not only will it be for nothing, but it's going to really key you in potently on how well you can access deeper parts of your mind and psyche. Rena J, about the guy you just met, we have conclusion. It's over, okay? Even though you just met this person, it's over. All right, I'm just joking. This could be what it means, but what I feel this means for you is that this guy you just met could be helping you close the chapter on something you've been dealing with. And so in order for it to work, you might have to let go of something. But honestly, that it could also mean that it's over as soon as it starts. So this is talking about maybe just you ending a portion in your life, and that's why this guy is coming to start the new one. So we'll see. Janij, will things resume with this Taurus man? We have the High Priestess of Fire. The High Priestess of Fire wants you to examine your intent and your motives. The High Priestess of Fire wants you to know, is your heart in it? Do you really love it? And does this make you passionate? Or do you want to resume it because you feel you have to? If you're not really passionate about it, she's advising you shouldn't. And you should really focus on someone who you can get really passionate about, because that's what's going to help you for love. If it is, then things will resume. You just have to be very passionate. So Jennifer, for you, the card that we have is also the High Priestess of Fire. Thank you, King Smith. The High Priestess of Fire, Jennifer, is saying that she's going to put you in situations that really stoke your passion, and you're going to be put in situations where you have to get passionate and really bold about things. And it's going to be in situations you aren't usually used to doing this, but it's going to add not only much fire to you, but much courage. So the High Priest of Fire is going to lift through you, your spirit and your heart. You're going to feel a lot more sexy too. It's going to be amazing. You're going to feel that heat. Bonnie, the card that I have for you is individuality. So make sure you share your individuality. Make sure you're in a position to be who you are and not be afraid of how other people may feel about it, because they're going to learn a lot from you being so original, okay, and individual. King Smith, the card that I have for you is listening. So make sure that you're listening to people, because they're going to play themselves. They're going to tell you things that they're trying to hide, but they're still going to literally fill you in on what's going on. And you have a smart way of listening. So even though they don't tell you, you're going to listen to what they don't say. And if you tune them out, you'll miss a whole lot, because they're going to play themselves, and you're going to play them by listening. All right. So Jiwan, you asked, what can I do to help my situation? Success. The situation you're in, because of how you're reacting to it, is actually a success. And because you may be stressed and how things are going out and going forth, you may not know that your headstrong focus is what you're actually supposed to do. All right, so you don't have to help your situation. You've already kind of succeeded. And even if it doesn't feel like that, the success may be incoming, but I feel like it's already happened. All right, so keep that in mind. And yeah, Zandria, hashtag Gemini Squad. We have fulfillment. You already know what it is, sister. My fellow twin Gemini, fulfillment. All right, enjoy the fruits of your labor. You've been here spreading truth, and it's time for you to really, really enjoy that, okay? So enjoy that. Thank y'all very much once again for joining the call. I hope you enjoy Mercury and Leo, and stay blessed.